35-25. Launch pass to Chambers and behind the back.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams? I guess.
KJ to Chambers. Damn!
40 points in the first half for Tom Chambers.
Chambers to win the game. He's got it. Welcome back to Tom Chambers' Greatest Games. In this episode, we go back to 1989 with the Phoenix Suns playing the Atlanta Hawks. The Suns and Hawks were coming into this game with nearly identical season records, but the Suns were looking to avenge their home loss to the Hawks earlier in that season. Chambers would get off to a hot start, breaking out of a mini shooting slump and going off for 38 points, including going 3 for 3 on three-pointers. Dominque Wilkins and Moses Malone would keep this game tight, and it would come down to the final minute of play with the Suns earning a tough road win by 2 points, one of 4 games over the next couple of seasons against the Hawks that were decided by only 2 points. Chambers would be named Player of the Game, and in his post-game interview, he would give the credit to his teammates and remark on how well the Suns are playing together as a team. So let's go back to March 14th, 1989, the Phoenix Suns at the Atlanta Hawks.
Again, Armand Gilliam will not see action for the Suns tonight, out with the hyperextension of his right knee. The matchups, of course, will be important tonight. Tyrone Corbin will go against Dominque Wilkins. That one we know for sure. With Chambers against Levingston, West against Malone. What we don't know is how the Atlanta Hawks will match up defensively against the Suns tonight. Well, we sincerely hope that you're ready for a big evening of NBA action. The Suns in Atlanta. Phoenix's top scorer and rebounder on the year remains Tom Chambers. And, of course, Dominque Wilkins averaging 26.6 points a game. Chambers 25.4. Atlanta as a team shoots 47% from the field. The Suns 49%. Moses Malone will jump center for Atlanta. Mark West for the Phoenix Suns. The ball's in the air. We're underway. Tip is knocked backcourt. Wilkins couldn't get to it as Hornacek hustles back to get the basketball for the Suns. So Phoenix controls the tip and we're underway. Hornacek down the right side. Reggie Theus playing him defensively. That puts Doc Rivers on Kevin Johnson. Hornacek wants to go inside, can't. Feeds it out to Kevin Johnson. Right side for Chambers. Not much time on the shot clock. Chambers is going to go low to West, but Moses Malone knocks it away. He makes the steal. Then his pass is deflected. Corbin's going to get it as Moses slipped, and Ty goes in for a stuff. At the free throw circle of the Suns, Cliff Levingston for the Hawks, Ty Corbin for the Suns, and the tip is finally going to be controlled by the Suns. The Chambers has stuffed it.
Great pass from Jeff Hornacek.
That's the matchup. Hornacek looks to Chambers off left of the lane. Chambers against Levingston. Jump shot from 17. Swish!
Tom Chambers appears to be coming out of his shooting slump.
11-2, the Suns lead, and Atlanta says hold the phone. Timeout. 9:09 left opening quarter. Scoreboard shows the Suns 11, Atlanta 2. We'll be back. Well, the Suns off to a good start, Dick, and good to see Tom Chambers pick up a couple of hoops here early. A stuff and then a nice jumper.
Well, the thing I like about Tom, if he's a little bit off, he doesn't go into a shell. He's going to continue taking that shot. He knows it'll come back.
So Mike Fratello, the coach of Atlanta, wanted this timeout early as the Suns have jumped out to a 9-point lead. Atlanta, Theus to Doc Rivers. Rivers over on the left side. Starts his drive. Feeds it to Malone. Malone fakes. He's in the lane. Shoot it and score it.
Nice two-man game there by the Hawks.
KJ swings to Chambers. He's going to go in underneath. Gets the lay-in. Good play.
The Suns are moving the ball very well, and Tom Chambers is off to a good start here.
17-12. Inbounded to Mark West, who comes out front. Now to Chambers. Here's a three-point try. Shazam! Super shot of the NBA by TC Tom Chambers.
He's right on the target. Did not hesitate for a second.
Gives it to KJ. KJ on top to Corbin. Underneath the Chambers. He'll score a reverse layup, and the Suns are playing excellent basketball.
Tremendous inside passing. Fratello wants a 20-second timeout.
Atlanta hasn't called it as yet. Rivers comes over the time stripe. Now they'll take the 20-second timeout. We'll keep it here, of course, with 4.5 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Right side in the corner, Eddie Johnson, played by Dominque Wilkins. Now to Chambers against Koncak. They double team Chambers. Chambers tries to break loose, and he's fouled. And Doc Rivers now throws a little tantrum in the corner. He was really upset, Rivers. The Suns are shooting 45% from the floor. Atlanta 38%. Hawks have 15 rebounds. The Suns 9. Chambers' first free throw is good. Now Dan Majerle in for Phoenix to replace Hornacek. Majerle out of Central Michigan University, of course. The Olympian, 6'6", 220. And Chambers ready for that second free throw. Takes the long look from the free throw line, puts it up and in. So Chambers hits them both, and he has 13 points in the opening quarter. That's nice to see. Left side, Chambers. Chambers in the lane, goes to the hoop, score it. Tom Chambers, he has 15 points in the quarter, and the Suns lead 28-21. 8 seconds remaining now in the first quarter. Battle double team goes to Spud Webb. Here's the drive by Webb. Here's the fall away 14-footer. He gets it.
Spud Webb also likes to penetrate.
1 second left in the quarter. There's the buzzer. The first period is history here in Atlanta with the score. Suns 31, Atlanta Hawks 26. Second quarter coming right up. Majerle gets the pass out to Chambers again. Here's a three-point shot. Shazam! His second super shot. He has 18 points.
Tom likes these hoops.
Tom Chambers. Lang sets a pick for Hornacek to Chambers from 18. Swish!
I know Mike Fratello's down there scratching his head on what to do about Chambers.
He has 20. Here's Spud Webb, 18-footer off to the right. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Koncak of Atlanta. Phoenix will have it. And now Dominque Wilkins will return for the Hawks. So Chambers doing it at both ends. Rebounding, scoring. Of course, he leads the Suns in both those categories over the course of the year. He has 4 rebounds and 20 points. And Phoenix with a 38-33 edge right now in the second quarter. Perry, throws it right back to Spud Webb. Well, he was a little intimidated by Moses Malone. Down to Dominque Wilkins, and he gets the crowd in it with one of his patented reverse slam dunks. Misses it. Rebound comes down to Kevin Johnson. Sends up a 3-on-2 to Corbin to the hoop. He jams it. Oh, brother! Corbin goes down hard. He was hit underneath, and Corbin is hurt. And then here come the Suns on the run. A beautiful fast break. Down the right side, it goes to Corbin. Corbin just really slipped on a spot on the floor. And we'll get a full timeout here with the Suns leading at 56-49. Back after these. Ball is stolen from Kevin Johnson on the double team by the Atlanta guards. Battle bounces it inside. Dominque Wilkins with the jam. Here's Atlanta's first lead. Comes with 2:10 left in the first half. Atlanta 59 and the Suns 58. Apparently they want to use a little bit of the clock as they spread out offensively. They lob it from Malone. He's there. He'll lay it up and in.
He just knows how to use his body so well.
Under a minute. 1-point lead for Atlanta. Now the Suns put on full court pressure. Only 4 seconds left in the half. They get it into Spud Webb. Webb comes down the left side, knocked away by Kevin Johnson, and the shot's blocked. The half is over, and Atlanta has a 2-point lead. What a first half here at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. The score at halftime, Atlanta 65, Phoenix Suns 63. We'll be right back. Out to Doc Rivers, now to Levingston on the left side for Dominque Wilkins. Wilkins waiting now, starts to drive, spins into the lane, goes to the hoop, lay it up and in. Wilkins.
They pounded inside again.
69-63. Atlanta's come out here strong in this third quarter, and they lead by 6. Tom Chambers starts to drive inside. Here's his scoop shot. No, but he is fouled in the play, and he'll go to the free throw line, and Moses Malone will be charged with the personal foul.
First chance the Suns have had to get on the scoreboard here in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
Suns led 31-26 after the first quarter, led by as many as 10, but then went off at halftime down by 2. And Atlanta's come on strong here, scoring 4 straight. And Chambers will try and put the Suns up on the scoreboard here for the first time in the third quarter. And his first free throw's good.
Tom Chambers in the first half, only 2 of 2 from the line, had 2 attempts.
21 points now in the ball game for Chambers. Tom, in his first year in the Phoenix Suns uniform, has had a very productive season. Chambers takes the long look from the free throw line again. Puts this one up, and that's right on the mark. So the Suns put a couple of points up on the scoreboard. And it's 69-65 Atlanta before. Doc Rivers comes down the right side on the dribble for the Hawks. Dishes out front to Levingston. Left side to go to Dominque Wilkins, the former All-American from the University of Georgia. Always been a favorite here since he came in the league. Back to Theus. He'll shoot a three-pointer and won't get it in. The rebound belongs to Dominque Wilkins. Wow.
He's exciting.
Well, that stuff by Dominque Wilkins a moment ago, that's the type of thing they put in highlight films, Van.
That'll be on there. He sneaked along the baseline, was not touched.
At great position. Suns get a new shot clock. Here's Hornacek, left side, 18-footer. Swish! Hornacek scores it for the Suns. Set defensively as Rivers against him. They go to Chambers, 18-footer. Yes, indeed.
Good pick for Chambers. Got the ball in one of his favorite spots.
24 points for Chambers. 71-69, Atlanta by 2. Reggie Theus out front for the Atlanta Hawks. Theus off to Dominque Wilkins, left of the key. Down the far corner for Rivers. Shoot it from there. It's not going to go. Rebound. Chambers has it for Phoenix. Over to Hornacek. Hornacek out of backcourt. Right side, Ty Corbin. Corbin breaks inside, goes to the hoop and scores. Nice drive.
He wasn't gun shy, taking it to the hole.
Timeout Atlanta. The Suns have tied it. 8:25 left third quarter. Suns 71, Atlanta 71. We'll be back after the Hawks timeout. The Suns have come back to tie this game here in the third quarter. Don't forget, well, Tom Chambers with 24 points. He's 9 out of 14 from the field for the Suns, plus 5 rebounds. Atlanta with the ball. They got a Malone inside. Malone out front to Wilkins. Right side, Doc Rivers. Down to Theus. Good movement here. Takes it in the lane. Dishes back out to Wilkins. His 14-footer good.
Again, they made Dominique take a shot from the outside, which is what they want to do.
But he was able to hit it. The Suns had scored 6 straight points to tie before Wilkins came back to get that field goal. 73-71 Atlanta. Kevin Johnson to Chambers. Chambers, the jumper from 17. Yes, indeed. What a night he's having.
He is radar tonight.
Down to Kevin Johnson. He'll come up out of backcourt. He's got Lang on the left, and he jams it. Andrew Lang doing a neat job of filling the lane.
Great job of filling the lane by the big rookie.
Malone to Spud Webb. Webb on the move. The battle on the right side to Wilkins. He spins. He shoots. It's blocked. 13 turnovers. It comes up to Spud Webb. 2 seconds. 1 second. His shot no good. We've played 3 in Atlanta. The score: Hawks 89, Phoenix Suns 88. Fourth quarter coming right up. Side into Moses Malone, back out to Spud Webb. Here's the drive. He'll dish to Carr. He'll get the jam.
Nice assist by little Spud Webb to Carr.
We've got a good one. Chambers starts the drive. He'll dish it off to Eddie Johnson. He'll put up a 3-pointer. Shazam! The super shot by EJ. And we're tied at 91-91. Hornacek up out of backcourt, down 93-91 Atlanta. Goes to Chambers. He moves by Malone. He goes inside and is fouled. Foul is on Antoine Carr.
Moses doesn't want to guard Chambers out there because he can't stay with him. He's trying to reach around every time.
So Chambers will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Just into the fourth quarter here in Atlanta. Chambers is 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and Tom usually gets to the free throw line a little more often than that in the ball game.
Yes, he does.
But not tonight. Chambers waiting, puts the first one up and good. Chance to tie the ball game if he can hit the next free throw. This has been a good one. Friday night, the Suns will be home against the Portland Trail Blazers. Saturday night, Seattle. What a weekend it's going to be at the Coliseum. Here's Chambers again from the free throw line for the Suns. It's up, in. We're tied. Suns 93, Atlanta 93. Hornacek looks inside. He's got Marley. Stuffs it with the left hand.
Great play by the Suns. Marley confused him on a switch.
95-93. The Suns lead it by a couple. And the Suns get it back. Now they come down 4-on-2. Chambers will shoot the 20-footer. He won't get it. Corbin will rebound it. Gives it back to Chambers, and he's fouled. Chambers will go to the line to shoot 2, and Doc Rivers will pick up the foul. Dan
Marley got back defensively to pick off that steal, and there were 3 Hawks down the court, so then the Suns had numbers, 4-on-2.
99-97 Atlanta. Foul on Doc Rivers is his 5th. And Chambers will go to the free throw line. Kevin Johnson back in the Phoenix lineup. So it's Kevin Johnson, Jeff Hornacek, Tom Chambers, Eddie Johnson, and Ty Corbin. And Chambers to shoot 2 with a chance to tie the ball game right here. Chambers takes the look. Free throw number 1, good.
Going to go right down to the wire.
John Battle will return for Atlanta, replacing Doc Rivers, who just picked up his 5th foul. Battle, a 6'2" guard in his 4th NBA season from Rutgers University. And Tom Chambers waiting at the line. Chambers takes plenty of time out there. Tom looks and puts it up and in. That is now 30 points for Chambers. And game tied. Suns 99, Atlanta 29. And tied 5 times here. Hornacek to Kevin Johnson again. Kevin Johnson looks low. Eddie's there, all alone, lay it up and in.
Well executed. Eddie must have gotten a pick on the other side. Nobody was within 5 feet of him.
23 points for Eddie Johnson, and we're tied 101-101. Out front, the pass comes to Chambers. Three-pointer. Swish! Shazam! That's the third super shot for Tom Chambers tonight.
Even Malone can't come out to put a hand up on him.
105-104. Atlanta leads by 1. John Battle keeps the ball going up and down on the dribble. Right side to Wilkins. Knocked down by Ty Corbin. That's a steal. Corbin gives it back to Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson down the middle. Crisis to Chambers. Chambers to the hoop. He's fouled. Didn't get the shot. Before we went on the air tonight, Dick, that we have really seen clubs here in the East use the three-point shot as a weapon. Tonight we're seeing the Suns use it. They are 5 of 7.
You've used it very effectively.
Atlanta's
this guy
over
in
3.
particular. Yeah, this guy, Tom Chambers.
Chambers with 33 points in the ball game. First free throw is good, and that will tie the score at 105. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dominque Wilkins watching the situation as Chambers, 34 points. Wilkins with 30. Tom Chambers, free throw number 2. Good. So it's 106-105. Suns lead Atlanta. Kevin Johnson down the left side. He starts out front, gets it off to Tom Chambers against Malone. Chambers left side. Malone on him. Chambers on the drive. Goes to the hoop and scores.
What a move. What a shot.
36 points for Chambers. Tied 108-108. Kevin Johnson right side off to Chambers. 1:45 to play. Chambers double team. Goes to Kevin Johnson. Takes it in underneath. Waits. Here's the shot. Good. Kevin Johnson ties it at 110. So the Hawks officially over the team foul limit. We're tied 110-110. And Tom Chambers at the free throw line to shoot 2. He has 36 points in the ball game. Okay, Chambers at the free throw line now to shoot 1. He takes his time. He puts it up and doesn't get it. Chambers with the second free throw. Puts it up. That one's good. Forest Aid Society at Williams Air Force Base. On behalf of Tom Chambers, 38 points, 11 out of 12 from the line. And this one is a nail-biter right now. 59 seconds left to go. Suns leading by 3. Atlanta with the ball. Reggie Theus will inbound in Atlanta's front court. Theus waits, gets it out front to Doc Rivers. Rivers starts the drive down the right side. Jump up a 10-footer, won't get it. Malone has the rebound, follows, doesn't get it, but he's fouled. Malone got the offensive board. He's fouled by Chambers.
The shot was way short, didn't draw iron, and Moses Malone was right there. Didn't have a chance to really do anything to stop him.
Chambers with 3 personals and Malone at the free throw line now. He will shoot 2. He's 15 of 18. Make it 16 of 19 as he gets the first one. Suns are interchanging Hornacek and Majerle on almost every possession if they have the opportunity. Malone's next free throw, good. He got them both. Suns lead by 1 point. 54 seconds remaining. Kevin Johnson to Corbin. They're picked up full court. Up to Hornacek. He breaks by. Now stops, gives it back to Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson out between the circles. Kevin Johnson moves up top of the key. Rivers on him defensively. 10 seconds on the Phoenix shot clock. Kevin Johnson on the drive right down the middle. He's fouled. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Kevin Johnson waited, started the drive, and is fouled on the play by Doc Rivers, and that's
I don't know how they can allow
for Rivers.
Fratello on the playing court during a play. He's 10 feet out on the court. You don't see it here, but this is it for Rivers. He's out.
Rivers is fouled out of the ball game.
He really complains, but I mean, if he could see the replay of that, he'd realize he
just grabbed Kevin right on the wrist and lower arm to pick up his 6th foul, and Kevin Johnson now to shoot 2. 113-112. Suns have a 1-point lead. 37 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, Mike Fratello out on the court, and Kevin misses the free throw. Well, he's got another one coming. 113-112, the Suns. Kevin Johnson waits at the free throw line. Sure, Atlanta will take a timeout. The free throw is good, and the Hawks will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 37 seconds remaining. 114-112. The Suns with a 2-point lead and knowing they're going to get the ball back. Cotton Fitzsimmons with his team around him here. 37 seconds remaining. Tom Chambers with 38 points in the ball game. 30 points for Dominque Wilkins, 29 for Moses Malone for Atlanta. And the attendance here tonight, 15,872. 114-112. Atlanta's Reggie Theus will inbound the ball at midcourt. Moses Malone adjusts the goggles and moves in low. Here's the pass. It comes down to Wilkins. Wilkins into the corner. Wilkins waiting. Throws it out front to John Battle. Battle driving. Battle leans in, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Charging on John Battle. Suns will send Kevin Johnson to the free throw line. John Battle called for the charge.
John Battle lost his balance on this drive and ran right into.
So it's an offensive foul. Charging is the call. Offensive foul. And the Suns will have possession. Atlanta will pick him up full court. Comes into Eddie Johnson. 29 seconds to go. Suns leading by 2. Back to Kevin Johnson, still in backcourt. Again, the foul was the charge on Battle. The offensive foul. Let's turn it over to the Suns. 20 seconds left in regulation. 13 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Kevin Johnson on the dribble. Keeps it going up and down. 8 seconds to do something. Now 7. Here he starts his drive. He stopped. He goes to Corbin. Back to KJ. Now to Chambers. Puts the shot up. Off the back of the rim. It won't go. 3 seconds to play. Wilkins with the rebound. 2 seconds to go. Atlanta takes a timeout. 2 seconds remaining.
Well, Chambers' shot was just off the mark.
So fasten your seatbelt. Reggie Theus ready to throw the ball in from out of bounds. He has not yet gotten the basketball from referee Bill Sarr. Now Sarr ready, and Theus has it. Here we go. Theus looks. Theus waits. Out it comes to Wilkins. Wilkins throws up a three-pointer. It's not going to go.
All
the
right.
Suns win the ball game. Suns win the ball game. The Suns win the ball game. The final score: Phoenix 114, Atlanta 112, and they're 3-3 on the road trip coming home Friday night. We'll be back right after these messages. And Tom Chambers, who admittedly had some problems with his shooting in a couple of games, comes up strong tonight as he scores 38 points. And the Suns win it here in Atlanta, their 39th victory of the campaign. So the Suns have to be very, very pleased. They're 39-23. They're 3-3 on this road trip, and now head home. And it's going to be a nice homecoming Friday night at the Coliseum in Phoenix when the Suns will take on the Portland Trail Blazers. I hope I'll see you there. Dominque Wilkins with 30, Moses Malone with 29, and Dick, one we all enjoyed.
Oh, very much so. I hope the fans in Phoenix enjoyed this because this was a tremendous road win.
The Suns came out early. That was one of the keys. I think they set the stage that they were going to be tough to beat.
They did. They let the Hawks know early that they were here to play the game.
Hawks had the last second shot by Wilkins and didn't fall. For Dick Van Arsdale, I'm Al McCoy. Our director, Scott Geyer. I want to thank our fine crew here at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia tonight for handling our simulcast. And the final score again here from Atlanta, the Suns win it. Phoenix Suns 114, Atlanta Hawks 112. Come up with a very big victory on the road, 114-112. Our guest, Tom Chambers, 38 points, a big contribution tonight. And Tom, about the only thing you can say about this, a heck of a basketball game. Really was.
It really was. We came out hard and early and, firing it, and we really got in the groove early. It was nice to see us come out in the first quarter and play that way. We haven't done that I don't think we've done it the whole road trip.
Well, Dick and I both mentioned that. I thought it was so important the way the club came out right from the opening tip. Played very, very tough defensively. Had a lot of things going right. Of course, you had 15 points in the quarter. I thought you were going to get 60 tonight. Not quite. Only 38.
I don't think I touched the ball the last 8.5 of the second half there. Everybody else was going, and they were keeping it away from me and working it. But it was nice to get my shot falling. It's been a long time.
It's been quite a series with this Atlanta ball club. An overtime game in Phoenix back on February 4th, and then this one tonight. You came out, had a 10-point lead briefly at one point, but then Atlanta came back to take the 2-point edge at halftime. It has to be tough. Moses Malone is going to be 34 years old here in about another week or so, but he still is one of the more physical centers in the NBA. He moves.
He really is. In fact, when I slowed down, it was when he was guarding me, and they let him grab and hold and do a few things that us younger guys can't do, but he gets out there and digs in, and he goes for every single rebound. The guy works as hard as anybody in this league. You have to give him all the credit in the world.
But talking about working hard, the Suns certainly as a team tonight did that. Although Atlanta will win the battle of the boards, I'm sure when the final statistics comes in, you were able to get the rebounds when you need them, particularly late in the game here, and then draw some fouls.
We worked extremely hard at that because they are such a great offensive rebounding team. We had to really get our bodies on people. A lot of times they still came up with it, but we did work extremely hard to keep them off.
I know Dick has a couple of questions for you, Tom. Again, the Suns win it over Atlanta here tonight. We'll be back in just 60 seconds. The Suns beat Atlanta, and Tom, we've just gotten a final score in. Seattle lost New York beat them 116-110. They've dropped 5 in a row, and now the Suns have a 3-game lead over Seattle, the third-place team in the Pacific Division, and that's good.
That is good. We wanted to come out here on the road and try and at least win half of our games. We were able to do that because we knew that Seattle was out here with us doing the same type of thing, and we were able to come out of it here with a win, and it really is going to help our confidence down the stretch, I think.
Tom, it's got to be great to have Eddie back too. I mean, he was a big factor tonight. I was surprised he did so well last night, but it looks like he hasn't lost a step. He's ready to play full time.
He sure is. It is nice to have him. It sure takes a lot of pressure off of me to put the ball up all the time. I'm excited to have him back. It really makes us a more complete team. Takes a lot of pressure off of Kevin having to go one-on-one or me going one-on-one all the time. So we're all happy to have him back. He's a great player for us.
You know, it's amazing to watch. I think about the Milwaukee game and how physical that was, and then tonight. But the Suns are a team that, like hardly any other team, that can beat you from the outside. And I thought one of the keys tonight was that we moved the ball so well offensively. And Atlanta had trouble staying with some of our players, you included.
They really did. They started coming at people that were hot, but the one thing about us is we move the ball, and we're starting to do a better job of it, reading the open person, because everybody on this team can shoot the basketball. We have people spotting up all over. We have people inside, and we really create problems for other teams because we have so many weapons.
How about Tyrone tonight? That guy's been incredible lately. I would have guessed that he would not have been out for the second half, but he is a tough kid, and the way he overplays the passing lanes, he creates so much.
He was spectacular in the first quarter, denying Dominique the ball. I don't think Dominique did anything in the first quarter. When Tyrone came out, that's when Dominique got his 15 points or whatever in the first half. He was unbelievable, and for him to come back with that, with the intensity that he had in the second half, not afraid to go to the hole.
Right.
He's just a great player, and he's a big key for us, especially on this road. He's been our best defensive player by far.
Really has. Dominique had 1 field goal in the first quarter, to check that for you, Tom, and Ty winds up with 14 points and 12 big rebounds. And it was interesting when he did come back and start the second half, about 2 or 3 minutes in, he got an open drive to the hoop, and as you mentioned, he didn't hesitate. He just took it all away.
Well, and you look at Wilkins. Wilkins was 12 of 32 tonight, so even though he got a lot of points, he really had to work for those.
One thing was nice to see. Dick and I talked about this before the game. We have seen clubs utilize the three-point shot against us on this road trip. Tonight, the Suns did it. You were 3 for 3 from three-point range. The Suns were 5 out of 7. It's a weapon in the league. I think people have to realize that.
It really is a weapon. Some people or some coaches don't really like you shooting that, but you figure you can score just as many points making 1 of 3 or 3 of 10 3-pointers as you can. More points than 5 of 10 from the field. So it is a weapon, and when you're open, you're sitting on it, it can really hurt teams.
Well, thanks, Tom, for the visit. A great game, 38 points, 10 rebounds. Kevin Johnson off to our left, 17 points, 14 assists.